Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for February 16th. February 16th is the 47th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, with 318 days remaining to the end of the year, 319 in leap years. Today's word is inherent. Inherent is an adjective that means existing as a natural or basic part of something, belonging by nature or habit. The word inherent comes to us from Latin, words that mean to adhere to or stick, like stick to, like tape. I've got a piece of tape here. That kind of stick. That kind of stick to, inherent. I'll use this in a sentence. A good use for the word inherent. There was an inherent weakness in the design. Inherent. Now this tape has got dust on it, so I'm going to put that in the trash. I like to do lives at 8 o'clock in the morning, but where I live here in Texas, we're experiencing rolling blackouts to try to save energy. We've turned our heaters down, we've covered our windows to conserve the heat we have. What else have we done? There's a little list of recommendations, and I think we've done all of those, but they still find it necessary to enact rolling blackouts. We haven't had one yet, but I don't know. Several people have awakened at middle of the night hour without power, and maybe it'll be a short time and maybe it'll be most of a day. We don't know. So I thought, rather than wait till morning and maybe I'll have power and maybe I won't, I would just go ahead and record this and upload it now for release at 8 o'clock in the morning as usual. Alrighty, that little personal note aside, I would like to take a moment to mention that links to my research are included in the show notes. Ask you to go ahead and click that like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Remember that you can share this video with others using a link in your email, messaging, or social media. And there's also a link in the This Day in History playlist link in the show notes, and I will certainly put a copy of that up in the iCards there for you, along with a copy of last year's episode for February 16th. And with that, we're going to start with the birthday of a man named Henry Leland, born February 16th, 1843. He was an American engineer and businessman. He founded Cadillac and Lincoln, our luxury car lines. He lived to the age of 89. This is the birthday of an actor named Hugh Beaumont, born February 16th, 1909. He was perhaps best known as the father, Ward Cleaver, in the television series Leave It to Beaver that ran in the 50s and 60s. Mr. Beaumont lived to the age of 73. Leave It to Beaver. I could just hear that music playing right now. On February 16th, 1923, English archaeologist and Egyptologist Howard Carter unsealed the burial chamber of Pharaoh Tutankhamun, often referred to as the Boy King, which is interesting to me considering some of what we've discovered in this day in history, with underage youths and children inheriting thrones even as babies, like Mary, Queen of Scots, who became queen as an infant when she was only 6 days old, or Henry III, who became king at the age of 9. There are others, of course, but we're talking about King Tut today. He was born in 1342 BC and began his reign in 1334, when he would have been around 8 years old. Now, I don't know how much we really know about his rule in terms of what he may have accomplished as a ruler, but we do know that Tutankhamun died in 1325 when he would have been about 18 or 19. He was mummified, of course, and buried with that stunning golden gemstone-adorned mask, which suggests to me that he was well regarded among his people. This is the birthday of Sonny Bono, born February 16, 1935. He was an actor and singer and politician, and most of us became aware of Sonny Bono as part of the musical team Sonny and Cher. Sonny died in a skiing accident in 1998 when he was 62 years old. There were a number of things that happened on February 16th in various years relative to World War II. I'm not going to trouble you with the details, just a lot happened in several different years regarding World War II. And I found this next item interesting. The Alaska Equal Rights Act of 1945 was signed into law on February 16th, 1945. This was the first anti-discrimination law in the United States. Now, this is the birthday of LeVar Burton, born February 16th, 1957. He's an actor, and he's been in a lot of things. He's played a lot of parts, but I particularly remember him as Geordi LaForge in Star Trek: The Next Generation, although he really has certainly been in lots of other things in his acting career. Looks like he's still working, turned 64 in 2021. Now, this is also the birthday of a fellow who goes by the name of Ice-T, born February 16th, 1958. I understand he's a rapper, but I know for sure that he's an actor. He's been in lots of movies and lots of TV shows, but I think my favorite place to see him is on the TV show Law and Order Special Victims Unit, or SVU, where he plays a detective called Finn. Still alive and still working, he turned 63 in 2021. This is the birthday of tennis player John McEnroe, born February 16, 1959. Pretty good tennis player, really awful temper. Okay. Oh man, he got in so much trouble. He's retired from tennis now, turns 62 in 2021. On February 16, 1959, Fidel Castro, no, it's Fidel. Okay, let's start that one over. On February 16, 1959, Fidel Castro became the premier of Cuba. On February 16, 1961, Explorer 9 was launched. This was a satellite launched to study the density and composition of Earth's upper and lower atmosphere. The first 911 emergency telephone system went into service on February 16, 1968 in Haleyville, Arkansas. The first computer bulletin board system was created on February 16, 1978, the CBBS in Chicago. Interesting day for firsts, isn't it? The last Mobile Army Surgical Hospital, MASH, was decommissioned by the United States Army on February 16, 2006. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Hopefully we won't get hit with a rolling blackout. Our predicted low overnight is 0, but it should start warming up come daylight, and we got another round of weather coming in, but hopefully we'll get above freezing on Friday. It's going to be a bit squinchy between now and then. So anyway, I thought, well, I don't know if I'm going to have power in the morning, but I've got power right now, so here you go. Anyway, I hope you learned something you didn't know before. I know I sure did. Always do. As always, links to my research are included in the show notes, and I will get the link to last year's episode for February 16th up in the iCards, along with a link to the playlist. And just checking notes here. Alrighty, I guess we're all set. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.